There, now we should have audio. Can you guys confirm that we got audio? Man, now there no audio for anybody. Nice, okay. Well, I appreciate you guys letting me know. I'm confident there is audio now. I just went back into StreamYard and found that my microphone was muted in the audio settings. So that's fine. I'm gonna start right from the beginning. Welcome in everybody to JM Unleashed. We do have an open panel, and anyone's welcome to come up. But I'm going to get through this story about my lunch experience today, and then we can go on to any topic that we want. So I don't always go to fast food places, but when I do, I like to go somewhere where it's going to be delicious. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull through this, probably the world's most famous chicken franchise. I don't want to name it specifically, but their mascot is a very distinguished looking gentleman with a white beard. And thanks, Snakebite. And so I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to have a 4-piece big box, which is kind of like a combo. Comes with 4 pieces of chicken, a salad, fries, and a drink. So I'll have a 4-piece big box. They're like, what salad do you want? I said coleslaw. And then they say, what kind of drink do you want? And I asked if I could get gravy. Yep, Big Chap's got it. Could I get gravy instead of a drink? Because I got coffee. Hey, Life, good to see you too. And so they're like, no, management's just switched it. And so now you cannot substitute a little thing of gravy for a drink. So I said, that's fine. And so he says, well, do you want gravy, though? I said, yeah, yes, please. And he says, would you like anything else? And I said, nope, that's good. He's like, okay, well, pull on through. And it's $22 and change. And I said, what? $22, folks. Now that's Canadian, but that's like still like American. That would be $18 or $19 for 4 pieces of chicken, a small little container of fries, and a tiny little portion cup of gravy. $22. So the moral of the story is I used actually an expletive just so to underscore my enthusiasm. Hey, Mike and Sunshine. And I said, you know what? That's crazy. And the guy says, yeah, we just raised the prices on Monday. And I said, well, that's absolutely unbelievable. I said, there's no way I'm paying $22 for 4 pieces of chicken, a little thing of fries, and a little gravy. So I went to like a sit-down restaurant and had a bacon cheeseburger, very similar to the one that you see here, and fries, and that was $14. So there's the story that I wanted to start out with. Hey, Steve-O, good to see you too, everyone. I do believe I posted the StreamYard link if anyone wants to come up. I was hoping that I could have a live stream here, bring some people in with a delicious looking cheeseburger, and it looks like it worked. So I was gonna give this live stream the title "Open Panel: Delicious is Expensive," but the truth is it doesn't have to be expensive. So what I'm going to do now is welcome everybody in. I may have missed a couple people, but I think I've said hi to everybody, and I just want to see where we're at on this on the poll. So we've got 73% are not vegetarian, and 27% are carnivore. So that says to me, at this time, we don't have any vegetarians or vegans in here. Although we may very well end up having some come in, and that's fine. I don't judge. I know a lot of people are trying to move to a healthier diet, and some people believe that going vegetarian or vegan can help them accomplish that. Charlie, good to see you. We got a ton of good people in here already, and we also have a guest on the panel. Here he is. Welcome, one of the best personalities in YouTube, Mr. Steve-O.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Anyway, that story that you had about your experience and the money situation.
Yep.
Yeah. I believe it was the same three initial organization that my daughter had stopped by one time on her way home and used the drive-through.
Yep.
And she had asked them what kind of specials they had for the day.
Yep.
And the guy said, chicken. We got to sell on chicken.
Sounds
She's like,
good.
on what? This, that, and the other. Anyway, she ordered enough to feed the family. Okay. Rather large family, but still. She brings it home and she walks in and, we found out where she had gone. And she says, yeah, the price was astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $70.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're like, what? There's no way. There has to be some sort of sale or specials that they have going. She says, I asked them, and she turned around and she got on the phone and she called a couple of the others of the same franchise around the neighborhood. Okay. Because there's quite a few of them where I live.
Right.
So she calls them up and found out that they did have some sales. So we went back and we pulled in and parked, walked inside with the food, asked for the manager, told them, we pulled up through the drive-through, asked what the sales were, and they wouldn't tell us this, that, and the other. We want a refund on this. It's too much. And we gave them the receipt and everything. Okay, they gave us the refund. All right. Now we sat there and we ordered 2 of the special deals. Okay. Now the bill only comes to $45-50 or so. All right, cool. Well, we go and we drive home and we're talking like 5 miles away from the place.
Yeah.
So I get home, we go to unbag the stuff, and the coleslaw that are in the styrofoam containers was put into a paper bag and then slammed into a plastic bag when they were put into the plastic bag, and the bottom of the styrofoam containers busted. So the juice leaked everywhere. All right, fine. Well, we're at home. We took everything out, told the family, go ahead and eat. We're going to go back and exchange the coleslaw. So I took the coleslaw back in the plastic bag and the paper bag inside of it.
Yep.
And I pull up to the drive-through. And she says, yes, may I help you? I says, oh, no, you won't be helping anybody. I want to speak to, so I knew the manager's name now, so I threw his name out there. I says, I want to speak to him, but I will deal with him on the inside. Until then, you will have no more drive-up customers. I'll see you inside. And I put my car in park. I went inside, saw the manager. I says, here. I says, this is what you guys served us. I want 2 containers of coleslaw, undamaged.
Yes.
So he sends the girl to the back. Oh, and by the way, when I put the bag on the counter, I grabbed the plastic bag and lifted it up. So the coleslaw and everything goes all over the counter. He turns around, he tells the girl behind the counter, clean that up. She says, oh, I ain't cleaning that up, being insubordinate to her manager. Mm-hmm. Says, have her do it, and points to my daughter. I'm like, oh, no, we ain't having no part of that, And I look to the side, and they have a refrigerator on their counter that has the liter of Pepsis in them. Yep. So I grab a liter of Pepsi. They give me the coleslaw undamaged. I looked at the manager. I says, this is for my drive back here because I'm wasting fuel. You guys can buy me a Pepsi. And I turn around and I go to, he says, yeah, yeah. And he smiles. And me and my daughter go and we walk out the door. I'm carrying this Pepsi. I go up to the drive-through, get back into my vehicle.
Yep.
I pull up to the drive-through window. Now the girl that was sassing off to us inside sticks her head out the window and tells me, well, that's very childish of you, being as old as you are, to act like that. I looked at her dead in her eye. I said, you want to see childish? And I grabbed that Pepsi bottle. I shook it up and I popped the cap and I sprayed it all up and down the drive-through window. I said, now there's childish for you. Now clean that up. And I turned around and drove away.
Nice.
I came home and I says, everybody keep an eye out for the sheriff just in case. So that's how I dealt with that establishment.
Yeah, I hear you. I wanted to say hi to everybody that's come in. Hoot Owl, Snakebite. Welcome to the panel, Reverend Rats.
Thank you for having me, Mr. JM.
You're welcome. I think this is the first time you've been on my panel.
I think this is the first time I've been on your panel, but I've been in with Chad Freeman as well. I've been on his panel before.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say hi to Joe Norman. I know he has a Bible study tonight that I think is starting in about 45 minutes. And I may end up migrating over there, but I definitely want to give him a quick shout out. How's your day going, Reverend Rats?
Today was an off day. I got to sleep all day because I've been working the Halloween haunt.
Okay.
But I used to work in the restaurant industry, so I've got plenty of stories. But I'll give you my most recent one since you told me with your opening story the cost and everything. Yeah. And this was actually yesterday. It was my neighbor, my wife, and myself. We were going to work, and we wanted to stop at a certain fast food joint that formerly used a clown as their mascot.
Uh-huh.
And can you believe 2 cheeseburgers, a chicken sandwich, and a medium fry was almost $15?
Yep.
It's like, what the hell? And they cheap out on their food so much. The only benefit we got is the fact that we order ours with no salt because we sometimes share with our dogs, so they have to make the fries fresh.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a pretty good story, and it actually reminds me of a guy that Silver Wolverine and I both know, and his name is Hoosier Stacker. He was on my panel here about a year ago, and we were talking about inflation and how everything was soaring. And he went to a spot that starts with a capital W, a burger joint, and it's got a little redhead mascot. And he was saying that he went and bought for the wife and kids some lunch there, and he was blown away. It came out to $27. Now that was a year ago. I bet you if he went back today, it would be 35. That's how much everything's going up.
Oh yeah, well I can remember certain restaurant I worked at in it was this back early 2000s, and it's a national restaurant, happens to have a blue roof on it and everything, and they happen to like pancakes a lot, but one of the things I remember on the menu was a tall glass of chocolate milk back in the early 2000s at this restaurant was more than what you would have gone if you would have gone to your grocery store and bought an entire gallon for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm even noticing in some of the medium-sized grocery stores, the prices on many items are almost as high as variety stores, corner stores. You know, for things.
Yeah, my daughter went and bought a case of Pepsi the other day, and two cases, and she said it was like $36.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, no way, that breaks down to like 75 cents a can.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way, I'm gonna have to cut down. I'm gonna lose my business.
When I was growing up, I remember, we go to the beach there for summer holidays, and they had the soda machines there. And I remember you could buy any soda you wanted, ginger ale, cola, anything, and it was always 25 cents. It was, you drop in a quarter and down comes your soda.
Right.
And it is not that way anymore, that's for sure. And now, for anyone that doesn't know Joe Norman, he's a fantastic singer. He does Bible study, and he's also does a lot of dad jokes. So when you see him in the comments here, I'd say probably half of his comments are actually dad jokes or humor.
Yeah.
So we appreciate him. Reverend Rats, so did you ever get like professional chef training, or were you just working in the restaurant industry?
Well, at that particular restaurant, I was just a bus boy. I would come up after the waiters and waitresses and clean the tables and make sure your table was ready for the next guest.
Very cool.
Uh, would also help the chefs, help them prep and make sure they had all their dishes clean and so that they could do their job efficiently.
Oh, and JM, that other burger joint you were talking about, the capital W redheaded. Yeah, they haven't learned how to cut the corners yet. That's why they're so expensive. They haven't cut the corners on their burgers yet. That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah.
But now I will share another story with you, going back to this certain restaurant with a blue roof. And this is actually a positive story, but one night I was working there and a certain pro wrestler that was really into Slim Jims came in one night and he had his dinner. He really cool guy. I think very highly of him. Rest in peace. And but now, if I ever go back to that restaurant, the only thing I will order is the same thing that this wrestler ordered.
Okay.
Uh, very well could have been there, big chap. Very could have been. And he happened to like the chicken fajita omelets with egg whites only, no sour cream.
That's interesting. Okay, so I just want to take a quick pause here. I see we have someone attempting to come up on the panel that I don't recognize. Does anyone in here recognize GCM3542?
No.
Me neither. And I didn't see that
Not
person in the chat either. So sorry, buddy. I'm not bringing anyone up on the panel unless I know them or unless someone can vouch. Maybe you can tell me how I know you. And I don't mean to be rude. Maybe just hang out in the chat for a bit and interact with the people there. We got some fantastic people in here, and it's a great spot to network and hang out with good people. Okay, sorry to interrupt you there.
No problem. I have a question for Big Chap. He says he cooked for a rock and roll group and that they ate the same meal. I'd be curious to know what they ate. I mean, I shared what this wrestler ate. Hopefully, I'm not doxing him, but he's passed away, so hopefully it's not bad.
Yeah, no, I think you're good. I think you're okay. Okay, so another story that I'll share with you on this subject, and we're more than happy to go on to other reasonable subjects if you or anyone else in the chat that I know want to. And that is, I used to work in the restaurant industry as well. 2 years at actual restaurant, and also worked at a sub shop and other similar type food joints. But the one thing that I learned, okay, just hold on here. GC, I appreciate you and everything. I just, there's been a lot of problems with bringing people up on the panels unless we know them. But you're welcome to hang out in the chat. I'm not bringing anyone up unless I know them. Sorry, my friend. But so one of the things I learned in the restaurant industry is that one of the most important things to have on hand at all times is bacon bits. Believe it or not. And a big part of that is because bacon goes good on almost anything. You can, like most soups, you can put it in, most sandwiches, even salads, um, pastas. It's endless. So I'm actually considering doing a video where I'm actually going to show you how we made bacon bits at this one restaurant. There's a couple cool tricks to it.
That would be cool to learn.
Yeah, it's different. It's different if you got the deep fryers. I won't be doing it in the deep fryers, but there's a couple steps you can take in advance that make them come out great. And another reason to have bacon bits on hand is because once they're cooked, they'll last for a long, long time, as long as you have them covered. You don't even need to refrigerate them, but you can.
Have you ever tried chocolate covered bacon?
I haven't.
I saw it on a Food Network show one time, and I'm like, I got to try that
Yep.
because I have done chocolates in the past. So the next time I did chocolate, I'm like, okay, you fry up some bacon and try this. And it was good because you bite into the sugary, the sweet of the chocolate. And once that bacon kicks in with the salty and savory, oh man, it's just delicious. It's great. Bacon and chocolate. Yep.
There's a couple things that I didn't enjoy bacon on. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like a salad dressing that actually had bacon in the salad dressing. I think people have been pushing the limits with it because
It depends if it's artificial bacon bits too. If it was in the dressing, it was probably artificial bacon bits. It wasn't true bacon.
there you go.
Bacon wrapped deep fried Twinkies.
Is that a thing?
If not, it should be.
It might. Yeah, like we may be able to push this. I was thinking.
Sure sounded good.
I was actually thinking of doing a bacon challenge. Challenging people to do a 3 to 5 minute video on the most amazing thing for bacon that people wouldn't think about. And I think I might actually do one like that after. But I want to show people how I'd make the bacon bits first. So I'm going to do that one first.
Right.
I know we got a lot of good cooks in the house here. Lord Spike Protein knows. He's grilling some steaks right now.
I had spaghetti for dinner.
Did you?
So far today, I've managed to consume 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissants.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So just so everyone knows here, GCM3542 has put into private chat. His name is Dennis, 18 years old, live in Ukraine, like to do things around the house, country Odessa. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. You're welcome to hang out in the chat. I see you're still trying to come up on the panel, but I'm just not going to do that until I get to know you a bit. And once I do, and if I find that I think you're a pretty decent person, then I'll give you a wrench. You can be a moderator, and then you can come up on the panel anytime you like. Thanks so much for joining us.
And I would say for GCM is I see you're in the private chat as well, trying to come up. And since you're in the private chat, could you write in the public chat as well so that we know and we
Yeah,
can get to know you a little better, please?
yeah, because if you do, that's a great point, Reverend Rats. Um, when you start putting comments into the chat there, then everyone that's in here can come check out your channel and get to know you. And if they find that they think you're a decent person too, they'll
Yep.
probably subscribe, and that can help you grow your channel.
Yep. Get to know the people in the chat. That's how you get to know the different channels. Exactly. Did you guys happen to see what Joe put in there a while back? He put 1 year. I was working in a film development center and helped print out Christmas photo cards of Ted Nugent and his family. And they kept a couple extra copies for himself. That's cool, Joe.
I'm sorry, everybody. I can't quite keep up with everyone in the chat here.
Oh, yeah.
Multitasking. But thanks.
When I'm on channel, I usually don't go into the chats because I get lost and can't find my way back. I hit that back button and I get thrown off panel.
Me
I
too.
usually don't go into the chats.
If you want to talk about Ted Nugent, here again, another time, another life ago when I did security work. One of the concerts I worked was for Mr. Nugent, and while I did miss his performance, I was actually hanging out backstage, hanging out with his wife and his son.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
And
cool.
when the concert was over, he came back to the back area, shook my hand, and palmed me a handful of guitar picks and tossed me a towel that he had used.
Cool.
What did you do with the towel?
I hung on to it for a very, very long time, but I think it got lost in one of the moves. I think I still have some of the guitar picks somewhere. And Ostwina, we see you. Thanks for being part of the program. We do appreciate you.
Yep. Good
Hope your daughter is doing well.
Yeah, I grew up in Santa Monica, California, so I'm outside of Hollywood. And the different jobs and just being the location that I had been, grew up in, I've met quite a few celebrities. And a couple of them even know me. I actually fixed Bob Hope's hospital bed. Well, it was his bed in his home. This was back in the mid 80s. And it was one of the hospital beds. It's set up and all that good stuff. And the belt had slipped off the pulley. And he had to sleep setting up one night. So I had to go the next day and show him how to put the belt on and all that. He had to call his maintenance guy up so I can explain to him how the bed worked. I also met Lionel Richie, quite a few celebrities. I was a manager at a very popular gas station on its way to Malibu. So
nice.
I met quite a few. No, I've been fortunate in my life basically just because where I grew up.
Did you ever collect any autographs or anything?
No, I treated them all as normal people. I wasn't into collecting and all that stuff.
And they seem to appreciate that the most.
David Lee Roth had come down I was at the Santa Monica Pier. My buddy worked at a parking lot down there as a parking attendant at a parking lot. And it was right next to the skate shop. And the group Van Halen had been playing at the LA Forum. And they came down to roller skate. And David Lee Roth had his own skates. So he came up and he bummed a cigarette from me. Hey, you got an extra cigarette? Sure, here you go. And we was talking to him. And my cousin and his girlfriend came up. And they had gone to the concert the night before. They got their Van Halen t-shirts on. And she's asking David Lee Roth, sing me a song, sing me a song. Yeah. And he kept telling her, no, no, no. And then finally he broke down and said, this one's for you. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. Baby, you're no good. We all started laughing. She got mad and upset and stomped away. And then after that, all the group had their skates on and they took off. You know?
Nice. Well,
I met
when
Bill Murray at the gas station I was working at, and then a month later, I was delivering wine baskets to John Candy's place while he had a party going on. And Bill Murray jumps up from the sofa. I know you. You work at the gas station. I fill up. I'm like, yeah, I know you too. You play on Saturday Night Live. And everybody started laughing.
nice.
But yeah, everybody was there though. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. I mean, anybody and everybody was there. It was John Candy's. This was about, I'd say 1987, 88, somewhere around there.
What a wonderful time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to take a quick moment here to thank Big Chap for looking up that person that we had in here, which was GCM3542. If anyone runs into that person, definitely a scammer. He started showing some nudity video trying to come up on the panel. And I'll tell you what, it was not very impressive. So it's a warning to anyone that live streams where you have an open panel. Do not bring people up unless you already know them. And I'm even going to say unless you've made them a moderator. Because if you don't make them a moderator, it's easier for them to sort of try to clone someone else's account and come up. And I've seen that happen too. So thank you, Big Chap, for looking into that for me.
Yeah, big thanks, Big Chap.
Yep, Big Chap's awesome. Everyone here is actually the only person that I don't know and that made a fool of themselves was GCM3542.
Usually I found when they hide their names and stuff or don't come up with something creative like Reverend Rat's Rides, and they just have like letters and numbers, more often than not, that is a fake account.
Yeah. Sounds about right. So, yeah, Reverend Rat's Rides, I met you on Chad Freeman's, is what you were saying earlier.
Yes.
Do you have a channel?
I was on another panel with you also. I believe it was a karaoke channel.
Yes, Steve-O. I remember that. I've done a little singing.
Okay. Because you are on my list to have a rock put into the garden. Matter of fact, you're on the top of the list.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so humbled and honored.
Oh, you're welcome. Basically, people that
did you get a chance to see my song?
What's that?
Did you happen to get a chance to go to my channel and see the song I wrote?
No, I'm going to have to drop down and get your link in order to do that. Because the StreamYard don't let me get links.
Oh, so okay.
I will pick up your link and go check it out. This way it gives me an idea what to put on the rock.
Okay, well, my YouTube channel name is the same as I am here on StreamYard.
Okay, Red Rats Rides. Red Rats Rides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a custom car motorcycle builder by trade, and I do some YouTube. I'm trying to get that going, but it's difficult with trying to do the videoing, the editing, the publishing, and everything. And right now, like my pop-up camper project, I've got a severe case of editor's block.
Oh, okay. I got my channel. I just started because I sit and I watch YouTube, and the rock garden just started because it's my way of paying back to people in the community. I sit at home. I don't do anything. I'm retired. And me and my kids and grandkids used to paint rocks when we went camping and stuff. And I figured, okay, let me start a YouTube rock garden. So I started doing that. I put out 2 videos on my channel regarding the rocks, but I'm going to be doing a lot more come November. But there ain't going to be no editing, this, that, and the other. I'm going to put up a camera. I'm going to put the rocks in the garden, and I'm going to put that on my channel because I don't know all this editing and all that. I'm just old school. I'm lucky enough to know how to operate the camera and to download it onto YouTube. So I will be doing that. I will be showing the rocks and placing them in the garden. But right now I have my medical crop in the garden. So as soon as that comes out, the rocks will be placed, and that's when the video will be taken. So I will be putting more on my channel. It's just going to be videos.
Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe as a suggestion would be set up a camera on a tripod and just show as you're painting them and stuff. Do it kind of meditatively.
That's a good idea.
I can't do that because I do a lot of my painting while I'm on the karaoke panels. Like right now, I could be sitting here painting a rock. I'm not. But usually that's when I'm doing my painting, is when I'm on panels and stuff and I don't have the phone available to film.
You need one separate recording device.
Yes.
You need an additional one.
Right. My grandkids are talking about hooking me up with the laptop, which I'm going to have to take lessons on how to work it and all that good stuff instead of the phone. But right now I'm just getting by with what I can. So I will be using the phone, and I'll probably use my Kindle for backup music while I video the placement of the rocks and all that. I may put out a bunch of shorts. I might put out a bunch of shorts of me showing like maybe 10 rocks or so at a time. Just have a short video, a minute long or so. And then I'll have
that's really all they need to be.
30 or 40 different shorts of rocks.
My suggestion on that, Steve-O, is just do one rock at a time for a shorts, because you
Really?
can. Yeah, a lot of the shorts videos, like, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I've done hundreds of shorts videos, and believe it or not, even if you have a 30-second shorts video, unless it's really grabbing their attention and you're doing the editing and special effects and stuff, or something, people don't typically watch more than 15 seconds of a shorts video.
Okay, because I've got almost, I don't know, I'm looking at coming up on 150 rocks.
Yeah, but that would give you 150 shorts videos then.
I know.
I don't mean to discourage you from doing more than one on, like, give it a try, but I think you'll get I think you'll do better if you just do one rock per video, and then put the at whatever the channel name is in the description of it, so that they see that, and put their channel name in the title too. And your channel will start growing with all these other channels, and it'll be like you're a network hub, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, but I want to get into all that. I don't know all that stuff. That's why I went on Steve's show in order to show all the rocks.
Yep. And
then on Chad's show in order to feature, the artists. I've approached Steve, and we'll probably end up doing something in the karaoke version of what Chad did.
Okay.
So instead of having the musicians performing, we're going to have videos of people performing their karaoke songs.
Sweet.
Don't ask me to perform my song, please, because even though I wrote it, it's an extremely difficult song to sing.
No. What we're talking about is like a song that you sing on a karaoke show. We will take that recording of you singing that song and put it, with your rock. Basically show your rock and then show you performing on a karaoke show, whatever song it is you happen to be singing at that time.
So it's showing the rock, but it's giving the audio of one of your performances.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah. But we want to get the channel holders' permission. So whoever's karaoke show, if it's Joe Norman's show doing karaoke, we want his permission to use the people that came onto his show. Yeah. We may not get every individual singer's permission, but at least the person that hosts the show.
Hey, Big Chap, thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate you. anyone that hasn't connected with Big Chap, just click on his name there in the chat and go to channel and subscribe. He's a fantastic guy. And he likes silver too. If you guys know me, I like the precious metals, and I bet you more than half the people in here also see the value in holding some precious metals. Sorry to interrupt you, Steve.
Oh, no problem. It's your show, dude.
I also want to let Reverend Rats. How do you like to be named? Like, should I just say Rev or Rev Rats?
You can just call me Reverend Rats. That's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. I did go to your channel. I realized that I was not subscribed to you, but I am now. And
Thank you so much.
it looks like you're mechanically inclined.
Thank you.
And I also made you a moderator on my channel here, so you can feel free to link up with anyone else in here that you may not know. Everyone in here is good people, except for that one dude.
Awesome. Appreciate it. I really do.
You're welcome. So I'm going to keep this going another 10 minutes, and I'll try to stop cutting you guys off if there's any other stories you wanted to share. And then I'm going to be heading over to Joe Norman's, and I'd encourage anyone that is interested in Bible study, check out Joe Norman.
Hey, thank you, Joe Norman.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy too, and he's a
He
great.
is. I had a question for you, JM, real quick, if you didn't mind.
Sounds good.
Since you do a lot of YouTube and stuff, a lot of, all of my video and editing is shot on my phone, my Android. And I was wondering what editing software you would recommend for an Android.
See, and I don't have an Android or a smartphone for that matter. I'm still on an old style flip phone. So what I do is most of my long form videos, I'm using a GoPro 8, which is, it's good for action shots. It's not the best for low light, or if you need to zoom. It's great for action shots though. So most of my long form video, is recorded on that GoPro 8, and then for editing, I've been just using the what's it called, the Windows Video Editor, and you can do some editing in StreamYard, which is the platform we're on here right now. I've done some editing in there, and then now Microsoft's also got Clipchamp, which is the one I've done most. My last 5 or 10 videos I've edited in there, and it's one step up from Windows Video Editor.
Nice, thank you.
My suggestion is just go into YouTube and search video editing for Android.
Okay.
And watch a couple of the tutorials.
I've done that, but part of the problem I've run into is with the way my phone is set up, I'm actually filming and broadcasting in 8K, and most of the editing software still has not caught up.
That's very true. So I would suggest back off what you're recording in order to accommodate the lower resolution software.
Okay.
In fact,
thank you, Snakebite.
In fact, I think most people really can't tell a major difference, once you're beyond 1080.
Okay.
So I'd say back it off to 1080, or what is it, 1020, or whatever it is, high definition.
Okay. And thank you to everybody that's been spamming the channels in the chat. That is appreciated.
Yep. Everyone in here is fantastic, and we've got people posting links, so that's really cool too. Hey, Susie Snedhead. Was there anything else you wanted to say, Steve-O, before I shut this down?
Oh no, I had to run real quick. We got commotion going on here. Anyway, thank you for having me up, and I appreciate it.
Yep.
And I will see you over at Joe's.
I'll
Sounds
be
very good.
there too.
All right.
Okay, and we got a bunch of. I'll still give you another minute or so to chat too, if you would like, before we head out, Rev Rats. I wanted to say hi to Nick's Coins, Neil's Han Dynasty, Susie Snedhead, Independent Many, and those are the people that just came in the last few minutes. And of course, I wanted to thank everybody else that's here right now. So I'm going to be shutting this down in 5 minutes, and then I'm heading over to Joe Norman's. He has a Bible study happening in 10 minutes, and he's a great guy. It's a great spot to learn. I wouldn't consider myself to be a Bible thumper, but I do believe in God, and I know that Joe does too, and he studies the Bible. He's probably the most knowledgeable person on Bible studies that I know. So a great place for learning there. Was there any final thoughts you wanted to share, Reverend Rats?
I think we're good tonight, but it's been a great honor to be here, to be up on the panel, and to chat with everybody. I greatly appreciate it.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming up.
Awesome. Well, everybody have a great night. You have a great night, JM, and I'll be over at Joe Norman's broadcast as soon as we get off here, and I look forward to seeing everybody there.
Sounds fantastic. And yes, BT, which is Bob Thompson, also came in here earlier. I saw that. Yes, I'll post. Oh, there we go. Independent Many's got it. Independent Many is awesome. And she also has a live show Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you go over there, you'll see I've already put a thumb up and indication that I clicked the bell. So we love Independent Many as well. Howl, Snakebite, Neil, BT, Nick's Coins, everyone. So with that being said, I'm going to grab a refreshment and head over to Joe Norman's for his Bible study. It's a very warm, welcoming spot. He doesn't really want to get too much into debating during the live stream, but he leaves his email open for if you want to do private Bible study, or if you would like to debate. He's indicated he's good with that too. But during the Bible study, he will take questions and things like that on the chat, so it is interactive. But we don't want to get into any deep debates during the live stream. But after, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Joe Norman will do some live streams that are, let's have a debate on something like any subject within the Bible study and have one or two people up. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but check him out for sure. I hope everyone has a great night, and I appreciate every single one of you, and we'll see you soon.
next winter.